Christopher Sandoval, 1962, Chicago, Illinois. I've been in Chicago all my life. Grew up in the South Chicago neighborhood. Moved out to the east side about 30 years ago when I was about 30. Bought this house. So, yeah, I'm an old man now, so South Chicago's been I still consider South Chicago my area. It's changed a lot, of course, but I'll go out there every once in a while, look at the old house. I was given an option by my parents. I was about 11 or 12, and I was told by them that they wanted me to learn an instrument. It was either going to be piano or guitar. And, well, I didn't want to play piano. I said, okay, I'll take guitar. And I kind of been playing, fidgeting with the guitar before that. Just making noise, free-forming. So I took up guitar and started lessons at Stevens Academy of Music over here on the east side. Used to be on 105th and Ewing. Bought my first decent guitar there, an acoustic, from Mr. Stevens, Mr. Val Stevens, and he was my teacher also. He's a real character. There's been a couple people that I know that went there, but the guitar, that's where I started. I was about 12 years old. Started playing with the chords, the first thing I learned. And then started reading the music, and still doing it. And, 50 years or so later. In South Chicago, I could remember walking, every block had at least two bands, I remember. I used to just walk down the blocks and you could hear the bands practicing. You hear some guys practicing in the garage or in their apartment, walk a few houses down, another band be practicing. It was great. It was like at least two bands on every block. This is back in the 70s and 80s. And there were some really, really great musicians back then. I try to learn from, they would show me a few things on guitar, a few songs, and there was a really close-knit community as far as the musicians went. Showing each other stuff, showing each other their newest guitars, effect pedals, and it was real cool. It was real cool at the time. Well, a good time to be growing up as a musician. I'd have to say the first band I was in, it was a great learning experience. It was these guys in Hegwish, of course, and it was, I was in high school and we were playing all heavy metal, all the big heavy metal bands at the time. And the other guitar player in the band, his name was Doug Truby. We were the same age, but he had been playing guitar since he was 4 years old. And he was a great guitar player. He had this Ibanez Artist, and he knew how to play the guitar leads. He knew all the chords. I was just amazed. And, so we were, me and him and my cousin and a drummer. And I learned a lot of stuff from him. That was my first band. I don't remember the name. We played out a few parties. We were still really young, so we couldn't play any bars or nothing like that. We couldn't get no bars. So we would play basement parties, garden parties. There were several bands. I've been playing with a band ever since, at some time or another. I played with a precursor to the Bedbugs, as you might know them, Mario Zavala and Dave Robles, Sergio Quiroga, who I'm playing with now, in fact. New wave bands, punk bands, hard rock bands, rock and roll bands, Currently, it's the oldies band right now. Shake, Rattle, and Roll. But as far as they've all been, every band's been a learning experience. You learn something from playing the music and from the people in the band. You always learn something. And hopefully they learn something from me, maybe. But it's give and take, It's always every band's been a great experience. Every band. It's been a good time, great experience. Well, my first decent guitar was a Fender Mustang. The only problem I had, it was kind of a weak pickup, two pickups in it. They were kind of weak. So I replaced the pickups. I bought a soldering iron kit from Radio Shack. I said, well, let me give this a try, see what happens. I put in some new pickups in it. It worked out fantastic. As far as making guitars, they're really kits. I put, this is a kit I put together, different pieces from different guitars. Each guitar that I make is pretty much unique as far as this electronic setup goes. As far as I set them up the way that I like the way they feel. The action, I like a low action and all that. So it's also cheaper if you do your own work on a guitar. You take your guitar to get your strings changed. It's going to cost you $30. Now, why would you want to do that? So take care of it on my own. I put them together, get a plan, buy the parts, and of course, I've been doing it for a while, so I've got all the tools, which is what you need. You need the tools. If you don't have the tools, well, it's going to be kind of difficult. So you got to have pretty much everything before you even start a guitar kit, especially the acoustic guitar kits that I've had. But basically, they're what I like this Stratocaster. I put it together. Wiring's a little different than your typical Stratocaster. The frets I changed to what I like. The tuners to what I like. So they're pretty much custom to what I like. They're customized to what I like to play and what I feel sounds right for me. Yeah, it's just something I enjoy doing. Something I like working with my hands too. So yeah, it's just something I like. It's a hobby, say. I'm retired now, so what am I gonna do? Watch college football all day on TV? I don't think so. It's a hobby, and it's a hobby I like. An expensive hobby, but I enjoy it. As far as songwriting goes, I'll just do the chord progression thing or the riff. I don't write lyrics. I don't write melodies. I can't sing. So, I'll come up with something and I'll show whoever might be the singer at the time, and they usually come up with the melody and the lyrics and that. But as far as writing the chords and that, it's not, you gotta get into that mood, into that frame of mind that, okay, I'm gonna write a song, and sometimes it comes, sometimes it doesn't. You might be there playing, and sometimes you're just fiddling around and you've got something. Okay, that's cool, So you'll put it down on a recorder or your phone. At the time when I started, of course, we didn't have the phones. I'd have a little tape recorder, hit the record button, and then. But as far as I've never written anything complex. Simple rock and roll. The hard rock, mellow rock, whatever comes to me. Whatever is there at the time that is influential. It could be a nice day outside. It I could be having a happy time. I could be by myself, just messing around. It's hard to say what contributes to writing a song. You know, it just sometimes it just comes. You get lucky sometimes. It's kind of hard when you're recording yourself. You know, I've got a little thing down here, little Tascam recorder, and it's kind of hard when you're doing it and you got to press, you know, the foot pedal. It's a lot easier when somebody else is, you know, moving the knobs and the faders and all this. I prefer that. Um, but all in all, I enjoy it. I like recording. And of course, it's always a great thing when it comes out sounding good. But then it doesn't always sound good. But then I really enjoy it. I really do like recording, and making music. The process of creating. It's a great thing, you know. I've always enjoyed it. When I was a kid, I like to draw. I like to paint. So just the process of creating, it's always been a great thing for me, and still is. You know, I still enjoy creating. What's next, and what's keep me? Let's see. Well, I'm just gonna keep going, keep doing it, keep playing, keep making music. I enjoy it. People seem to enjoy it. Uh, you know, it's always good to see people enjoy it. If they enjoy it, I enjoy it. And it's a great feeling. And when you're doing good, and when everything's going great, there's no other better feeling. I still got that good feeling whenever I hear it, whenever I make it. Um, as far as what's next, who knows? You know, I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep making music. Um, until the good Lord says, well, that's it. You can't do it no more. You know, right now, fingers are getting a little stiff. They tend to hurt after a while. It's part of the aging process. But I'm still having a good time. I'm still enjoying it, and I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. So as long as I'm having a good time. Words of wisdom. Wow. You're getting heavy, Julio. Uh, this is like Spinal Tap. Have a good time, Marty. Yeah, me, I'm just a laid back guy. I still like having a good time, like I said. If you're a good person, you know, we're gonna get along. Um, Everything's cool as far as I'm concerned, you know. If you wanna, as far as, I don't know, how would you say? As far as what I want people to know about me? You know, what's there to know? You know, what you see is what you get, you know? I'm just your normal, average, unassuming Mexican guy who enjoys the occasional cold drink and a good meal. And a good song. So, yeah, I mean, nothing complicated here. And if you're cool, well, I'm cool.